We got a bit of breaking news for you, actually. This afternoon, Lewis Hamilton has joined the ownership team at the Denver Broncos. What does this mean? Well, let's get an expert's view on it. Joining us in the studio now is talkSPORT's NFL presenter, the wonderful Will Gavin. Hello, Will Gavin. How are you?
Afternoon, gents. Yeah, very well. Thank you. Very well indeed.
How big a deal is this in the world of NFL then?
It's making a big splash right now. Like on social media at this point in the off-season, there's a lot of people very interested in this. And it links back to the heir of Walmart, Rob Walton, a man who's worth $60 billion, is buying the Denver Broncos right now. It's still waiting approval from the rest of the ownership group. He's going to be buying it for a sum of $4.65 billion. And as part of this isn't the first kind of big name he's added to it. So there's a woman called Melody Hobson, who is the chairwoman of Starbucks, who's joined his group. Condoleezza Rice, the former Secretary of State, has joined the group. And now Lewis Hamilton, who's very good friends with the quarterback of the Denver Broncos, Russell Wilson, has joined on as well. Exactly what role he'll play, we're not sure at the moment, but apparently he spends his winters. He has a home near Denver in Colorado. It's an area that he knows very well, and for them, they see it as a real coup to get a 7-time Formula One champion involved in their organisation.
It seems like this is kind of a theme within sportsmen having shares in sporting groups. I mean, you look at the likes of LeBron James in Liverpool. Of course, he owns a bit of Liverpool. Even Malcolm Jenkins and Burnley. There's that link there as well. Do you think it's going to be something we're going to see more and more moving forward?
Yeah, the Malcolm Jenkins Burnley one's fascinating, but I think from their perspective, for Lewis Hamilton, like he tried to be involved in that bid to buy Chelsea, right? And that is him thinking about his future, his investment. At the moment, there's no clear sign of what kind of money can come in from this. And Hamilton's only involvement in the NFL before this was with Colin Kaepernick when he was taking the knee, and then Lewis Hamilton proceeded to do the same in F1. It was very political, and I think this, from what I can see at the moment, there's been no talk of money, but this very much feels like a figurehead thing, very much a
PR exercise as well?
Maybe a little bit of a PR exercise. The Walton family want to present themselves. Denver is a very progressive city, out towards the west coast of America. They see themselves as being very forward-thinking, and they think Lewis Hamilton's the kind of person who represents the brand that they want to represent properly, and I'm sure he's not doing badly at it either.
My knowledge of NFL is horrific, right? Yours is excellent.
Correct.
I know you're a big fan of it. So just tell me a bit about the Denver Broncos. Where do they rank in the NFL right now? Compare them to, say, a Premier League side I'd be familiar with.
So the Denver Broncos right now are, I would say they're a team like sat on the outside of Europe. They're maybe like a West Ham or...
Oh.
I'm not biting on that on Benty's behalf. Maybe Man United, yeah. They're kind of that team. Previously quite successful, but they're in the hardest division by a country mile. They are playing the equivalent week in, week out of the very best teams in the league. So they've just signed Russell Wilson, this new quarterback. It's like West Ham bringing in Harry Kane. It's that kind of level of signing. It's just whether that's going to be enough to put them over the top when overall as a team they're probably the weakest in their kind of 4-team division. So people fancy them this year, but they're going to have to do a lot.
That was going to be my question. Do you fancy them? Because I don't.
The problem is they're in the same division as the Kansas City Chiefs, who have been to 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. They're in the same as the Chargers, who I'm very excited about. So Russell Wilson's the big question mark. Does he care more about going to the Monaco Grand Prix and being seen in public with Ciara and going to Wimbledon, or does he actually care about winning another Super Bowl? I don't know.
Do you think he can win another one, though, at Denver? I mean, listen, it's been a while since he should have won back-to-back, as we know, obviously. The one play against the Patriots, where through the interception, he should have had 2. But
this level of knowledge.
Do you think he'll win one with Denver, though? I can't see it.
I really don't. I don't think he wins another one in his career, unfortunately. But I do think he's a Hall of Famer by the end of his career.
Right. Finished?
Yeah, sorry.
I have no idea what you just said. No? Right? Just name a bird of prey. You're about to name an NFL side. Just going back to Lewis Hamilton, what kind of investment do you think we're looking at? And also, will he expect a return on it?
I doubt he'll have to have put a huge amount of money into it. We've just talked about those sums.
Yeah. What would be your guess?
$4 billion plus. I suspect that he'll be more like a salaried thing. He's going to be a part-time member of the board. He's going to be a part-time owner. I suspect he won't have had to have put a lot of money in, and it's more about that return on investment. We've got Lewis Hamilton involved. Right. He'll turn up at public events. He'll be part of our ownership group, and then he'll take a percentage out of that.
Okay.
So do you think that would have come through Russell Wilson? Because where is even that link?
Wouldn't be surprised at all if it was Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was the first person to tweet after it came out saying, "Congratulations, Lewis. Welcome to the team. Let's ride," or something really cheesy like that.
Okay. Okay, you're probably looking at me thinking I don't know who Russell Wilson is, but of course I'm a big fan of opera. Listen, we're always a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming in. There'll be more, of course, on the website talksport.com, and I'm guessing that Ben Fletcher will have more for us.
You need to up your knowledge, you do.